Hello, everybody. Welcome to Townsend 505. Me and Jason are continuing our top songs of 65.
Continue.
I had to go for personal reasons, uh, but let's get right into it. Uh, where we left off, I was giving my top five deep cuts, but if you're just uh, if you didn't watch the last video, Jason will briefly go over his five picks.
All right, five deep cuts. Number five, I had Queen Jane Approximate from Bob Dylan's Highway 61 Revisit album. Number four, I had Desolation Row, also from Bob Dylan's Highway 61 Revisit album. Number three, I had I Feel a Whole Lot Better from the Byrds album, Mr. Tambourine Man. Then number two, I had You're Gonna Lose That Girl from Help from the Beatles. And number one deep cut for me was If I Needed Someone, Beatles song from the Rubber Soul album.
Cool. My number five is going to be I'm on an Island from the
That's
Kinks,
right, yeah. You did mention
from the
that,
King
yeah.
Controversy album. This is a fun song. This is my favorite song from that album. I'm on an island. I'm on an island. It's a very fun song off that
Yeah.
album. Really love that song. I remember it being one of your favorites and my absolute favorite from that album. Number four is going to be the B side to Dedicated Follower of Fashion, which is Sitting on a Sofa.
Oh,
So
okay.
I really like that single. I really like both songs. This song I
Yeah.
really enjoy. Uh, it's kind of like the same kind of style as I'm on an island. It's like all alone, sitting on a sofa, all alone, sitting on a sofa, sipping at my soda. It's a very catchy song. You might like that song actually. If you like the I'm on an island song, you might like sitting on a sofa.
Okay.
It's a very fun song. Uh, Number three, I'm gonna go with a Beatles song. That's gonna be Norwegian Wood.
Oh, okay.
It's a fan favorite, but I consider it to be a deep cut. It's not a single, and it's not that big of a song, so I consider it to be a deep cut. This is a very great follow up track to Drive My Car.
Yeah.
It's like I once met a girl, or should I say, she once had me. And the part that always gets me is like I it's like the girl left. It's like this bird has flown, so I lit a fire. Isn't it
Is it
good?
good? Yeah.
I interpreted him as like him burning the place
I
down.
know. That's what it
I'm
sounds
like, I'm like, no, it's not good. That's not good at
like.
all.
Fire.
Like, ugh, that's not good at all. Isn't it good? I'm like, oh my goodness. Like whatever flows your boat, John. My number two is going to be my favorite track off the My Generation album, or at least my second or first favorite. That's going to be The Ox,
Yeah, I knew that was coming up.
the epic instrumental off that album. I had to include this track. This song is like got the amazing, like the great drum intro, and then you got the boom, 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 which sounds like a guitar almost, but it's not. It's a bass player. It's John Entwistle going crazy on the bass, hence why his name is the Ox.
Mm-hmm.
I think his part is great, and I love Nicky Hopkins going crazy on the piano. No Pete Townsend and no Daltrey on this track at all. It's Keith Moon and John Entwistle and Nicky Hopkins, which
Wow. Yeah.
is great. Proofs that Pete Townsend and Roger Daltrey aren't really the stars of the show. All four of them are great in their own rights, and to me, will always be the true ending of My Generation. I much prefer this closing track to the one that they used on the U.S. version. Love this song. Number one, you predict this in part one, but
Yeah.
You're Gonna Lose That Girl is my favorite deep cut.
Yes. I thought so.
I was going absolutely crazy of how much I love this song. This song is so good. I love it. I've always loved this song. You're gonna lose that girl. Yes, yes, you're gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose that girl. If you don't take her out tonight, I'm gonna treat you right. You're gonna treat her right.
Yeah, so good.
It's like candy to my ear. It's the harmonies, that little guitar solo. You're gonna lose that girl. this is like a very underrated song. I'd say besides Help and Ticket to Ride and You've Got to Hide Your Love Away, I think the
Yeah.
other four songs are really underrated on that album.
Yeah.
I'd say most of the songs on Help are very underrated. I think Help is probably their most underrated album.
Yeah, I agree. I agree totally.
And it's like some of their best music. When people say, like, "Oh yeah, Help is like towards the middle of my list or towards the bottom," I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I always wonder that, but yeah, yeah. This could be a short video, as you could tell. Now we got to what's your least favorite hit
So
song?
your number one was my number two, by the way.
I know.
That's cool. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, worst hit song. One song definitely I thought of right away. And it's from a band I really like, but I hate the song, and that is Henry VIII I Am by the Hermit Hermits.
Oh, really?
This was like a number one single for them, which boggles my mind how this was a huge hit song for them. They have so many great songs. It's way better than this one to me. Like you said, Silhouettes is a great song.
I agree.
Can't You Hear My Heartbeat is one of my favorite. Mrs. Brownie Got a Little Daughter. This is such a silly song. And it's so simple. Lyrically, it's just the same thing over and over again. Henry VIII, I am, whatever. And then he ends with, all right, for second verse, same as the first. And he repeats the same verse again. It's just the same verse over and over. There's really no chorus. It's just the same verse, back to back. It's just a stupid, silly song, in my opinion.
I'm surprised. Well, to be honest, it's not one of my favorites from the band either. I like the song a lot, but it's not like a song I go back to that much. I don't blame you. I wouldn't say I dislike it, but it's not like a song that I'm like, I have to listen to this.
It's annoying to me, but that's just me.
That's fair. Annoying hit songs for me. I gotta say, "Wooly Bully" by Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs.
Yeah.
This song annoys the hell out of me. Wooly Bully. I'm like,
it is annoying.
The song is really bad. I'm like, how is this a number one hit song? That just boggles my mind.
That's something. I don't know. Yeah, it's terrible.
My mom introduced me to this song. I'm like, I don't like this at all. The song sucks.
I agree. Silly song. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
And it's like this one hit wonder, Sam Shem and the Pharaohs. Like, oh, what the song disgusts me. I'm like, let's never. It's not one of the worst songs I've heard yet on the singles charts. Wait until we get to 67. That's when we. It's gonna be a number one hit as well, and I'm gonna be like, how the hell did this get to number one with all the great songs we got? I mean, this song too. I'm like, how does this? Did this go to number one?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness! I'm glad you agree with me because
I agree. Yeah, that
song
a lot too.
There's probably gonna be that one person who's gonna be like, I love that song. I'll be like, I'm sorry, but I highly disagree with you. The song sucks.
Yeah, vocally, it's just weird. I don't know.
I don't know. It feels like they're trying to go for a Louie, but it just
comes
as arrogant. I don't know. But what's your final thoughts of 65 before we close out?
Wow, what an amazing year! 65, one of the first really great years of music, in my opinion. Music really stepped up at this point. I mean, the Beatles, to me, it's the greatest year for the Beatles, putting out Help and Rubber Soul, both of my top 3 favorite albums of all time. So the Beatles were doing really great. Then you got the Who coming in with My Generation. You got the Byrds coming in with Mr. Tambourine Man and Turn, 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 my 2 favorite Byrds albums, which I love, especially that first one of my favorite albums. Bob Dylan come out with one of his best albums, in my opinion, with Highway 61 Revisited. So, yeah, it's an amazing year of music. Pop, the British invasion is in full force at this time. And the folk rock, my 2 favorite genres probably of this period. is the British Invasion and the folk rock music that's hitting right now. Love both genres a lot. So much great, just fun pop music and folk music and all that. So,
Well, my final thoughts on this year. What an amazing year. I mean, I was shit talking Wooly Bully, and I wasn't. I'm in the agreement with you. I'm not the biggest fan of Henry VIII. I am. I like it, but it's not like a go-to song. But that there's just so many good songs beside those two. That's just outstanding. But yeah, it's just a great year for music, and this is just very, very happy about this year. And I'm very looking forward to next month where we discuss our top songs of '66, because that's when we get some really good albums.
Great year.
Revolver by the Beatles, Buffalo Springfield's debut album. It's like
Pet Sounds.
Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys. We're going to get some really big songs, and we're going to get some really good deep cuts along the way.
Yeah.
I'm very, very excited for that, because
yeah, me too.
great, just another great year for music. And plus we get the Mamas and Papas coming in. The Association's starting to made their amazing Renaissance album, so it's like, ooh, it's gonna be very tricky. There's gonna be a lot of honorable mentions from the hit side and the deep cut side for me. But until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry this had to be 2 parts, but it is what it is. This would have been like 40 something minutes if it wasn't for that. See you guys next time. So long.